The contrasting technique in sales. Sometimes when you walk into a shop, you notice a particular item which is extortionate, and that item rarely gets sold. But the shopkeepers or the showrooms, they still have those items. Now, why is that? Again, came across this concept of contrasting in this book, The Personal MBA. And in that book, they talked about when in a showroom or a shop you have an item which is of an extortionate amount, it somehow conditions customers that everything else is relatively reasonable, or I won't go as far as saying cheap, but yeah, let's go with reasonable. So if I'm seeing something, or the example that was given in the book, like if you're walking into a blazer store and you see a blazer that costs around like £25,000 or whatever, then anything that you see below that it looks reasonable. You feel like, oh yeah, that's a bargain, I can buy that. And I experienced similar feelings when I walked into the Gibson store. So in London, they have this Gibson Garage London, that is essentially a Gibson flagship store here in London. And when you walk into that store, you see the guitars starting from £2,000. And then if you're going to another store and you see a guitar of £500, now £500, bearing in mind, is still a high price to pay for a guitar, especially for somebody who's just starting, and especially for the person whose first guitar was of £200. The £500 guitar is still pretty expensive. But after seeing that £4,000 guitar in that Gibson shop, the £500 guitar looks in range essentially. So yeah, I read that concept and then I implemented it. I could see how I was conditioned walking into these expensive stores and buying the things that I probably shouldn't have. But yeah, again, a little knowledge for you when you're shopping next.